Hi, I'm Tina Jones. A question was asked on About.com's painting forum about doing fine detail in acrylics, and what I have here, I just have it on a styrofoam plate. I have different palettes, but I'm not going to use enough paint here to worry about losing it. So I have some white acrylic here and some black here, and what's here on the palette is a little bit of Folkart's floating medium. This is a craft product, but any kind of glazing medium for acrylics. I know Daler Rowney makes one. There are several. Golden makes some. It'll be called glazing medium, flow medium, floating medium. These things will work to make acrylics move a little more like oil paints. For detail work, I most likely would use a rigger brush, and I'm going to put my finger here so you can kind of see how long the bristles are in comparison. This is a Winsor & Newton size 0, and you can get smaller ones and you can get larger ones. Sometimes I use up to a 3. You can get like a 5-0 and a 10-0 that are even smaller than this. You notice that the bristles are fanned out. And what happens is as soon as you get this wet, it'll come to a fine point. I'm going to dip this in water first. Acrylic is a water-based medium, so if it was oils, I'd be using turpentine. I've just dipped it in water, and I've got a little drip of water on there, you can see. But what happens is I can take this and I'm going to turn my hand and roll and pull, and that'll bring it out to a point. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this flow medium, and I'm going to go into my black right now because that's what you can see. And I'm just going to kind of lay it by the side. I just touched in it, and I'm going to touch in my paint and kind of mix it out here on the side. Now I want this as thin as ink. That's my computer. And I'm going to drip a little more water in it, a little more of this flow medium, and a little more paint. I don't want it to be see-through, but I want it thin as ink. And what I'm going to do is lay the brush full, all of the bristles in the ink, and I'm going to put it over here so you can see. And I'm going to roll it and pull as I roll. And that's going to get this to a point with no drips on the end of it. And what that'll let me do is it'll let me write without any globs. Watch the side of this brush. Do you see the drip? If I tilt this down, that's going to the There's a little music sort of symbol that I just now did. Another thing to do is to watch the direction of your strokes. Again, I've laid it down, pulled, twisted up to the tip, and if I'm going to do a circle, I want you to watch what happens if I just do a regular circle as if I were writing with a pen. Okay, these bristles are bending and I'm pushing back up on the brush. And that's not going to make a clean circle. As clean as I try, it's not. I'm going to reload this, make sure I have plenty of paint. And again, this little watery mixture here is water and my flow medium together. Pull it up. It helps if I start from the top, come around. As soon as these bristles start pushing back on themselves, I lift up, start from the top, and pull around again. And that'll make a cleaner circle for me, also more round. And the same thing can happen with different letters. Let's see, what would be a capital T, the normal capital T. Like this. I'm pushing back on those bristles. You always want to pull. Let me load it again. I'll pull down, lift, come up, and I'm going to start from here and come up to that line. And it just makes a cleaner line that way. Let me try just a little bit of drawing with this, getting a little more, because it's just getting, the paint's getting too thick. And again, the glazing mediums, flow mediums, they're going to help the paint move a little more like oil would. Acrylic has a slight graininess to it, and this will help it. It will never be exactly oils, but it'll get closer. Okay, I'm going to just do a random eye shape here. Let's see. And just to let you know how they move. See, there's the little conjunctiva, and again, pull down with the brush. Never push it. And I'm just going to fill that in as a. I'll get some more paint. Just filling that in a little bit. And let's see, here's the lid. And the eyelashes on here. Wherever I lay my tip down, if there's any drop, the tip is going to be wider. So it helps me to start where there's already paint and go out and lift. Start where there's already paint and go out and lift. Okay? I'm going to turn my plate here so that I don't get in your light. Start where there's already paint, go out and lift. Alright. I'm holding this very loosely. I am about 4 inches up on the barrel of the brush, the handle. And if I get down here on it, my hand is going to get in the way of my own vision. I can't paint what I don't see. Let me go ahead and add some eye detail here. Let's say I want a little bit of lining in here. And I have pretty good control over it as long as my hand is way out here. I'm also resting my hand on the side of my table, so I'm not up here in the air, you know, dancing around on top of this trying to paint. I've got my hand rested. Another thing I can do is to put my pinky down, or even just the nail, and that'll steady me too. So it's however you need to steady your hand. Right now I'm on the table, but if I were up on a painting, it would be like this. And let's see, I'll just do a little, let me get another circle. I'm looking through the camera at this, so I can't see very well. But hopefully you'll get some ideas from this and be able to make your own way and do what works for you. And from one painting to the next, it may be different. That's about all I have for now. Thanks.